What's up, man? What's up, man? What's up, people? So hold on. What's up, people? What's up, man? Good morning, man. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good night. Whenever you watching this, man, I hope you have a good, clear head. Cause this video right here, I'm gonna keep it a butt, man. This is just like a rant on like, cause why is there a fucking? Oh, that's on the outside of my car. Life is tough. Life is tough, man. Life is fucking tough. Life will beat you up, man. Life is unpredictable. Life just in itself, without any like additives, without any human, touches or anything, is life's a bitch. Life's a bitch. Life's a bitch. I thought we kicked her out the shout out to Mac. R.I.P. Mac one time, man. R.I.P. Mac. If anybody listens to Mac Miller out there, let me know if y'all still like feel a way listening to his music after the fact. Cause I was a big Mac artist before he passed. I was a big Mac artist. Like, he helped me so much through high school, man. He helped me so much through high school. And I wanted to go to his swing concert, or his swing concert. I don't know. And I was gonna before when he dropped that shit, bro. That was cause the album before Good AM, or not Good AM, but Divine Feminine. I wanted to go to his concert, but I didn't have the money. And then I was like, okay, next concert or next album, I'm gonna go to it. And I had plans. I was like, I have the money, I'm gonna do it. So when he announced his tour, I'm getting it. Shit happened. R.I.P. man. R.I.P. But the ones that like really fuck with him, and really fuck with him before, like obviously when you heard he passed, I don't want you to relive it, but like, is it still hard for you to listen to his music? Because at times, like, it's just hard for me to like Juice is different. Like, where did Juice? You see this 9? I mean, it says 6, but it's 999. You see, like, where did Juice? It doesn't feel like he's fully gone. For the sole fact that he has a lot of unreleased songs, and they're gonna keep pumping it out. They're gonna keep milking his legendary. But Mac is like, especially after they put out that posthumous, probably the greatest posthumous album. Posthumous, I think that's how you pronounce it. Posthumous album, Circles, which they did a fantastic job. And that album, you really could tell was like a final album, bro. Like, that was like the beginning, the first song and the last song, how they blend together. You can like it's still like you can listen to the album front and back, and then back to front again. Well, not reverse, but you know what I mean. And it meshes and it flows perfectly well, like a circle, swimming in circles, a loop. But yeah, man, this shit is still hard to like listen. But I wasn't even like invested as much as like other people be. So like, I know there's people out there, man. Like, if the people that were influenced by Mac's personality and his music, I know that shit is hard, bro. Like, that shit is hard. I can't imagine like what the family be feeling, the close ones, friends be feeling. That shit is rough. But he been gone for a long time, man. Been gone for a long time, man. 2018, gang. I'm still trying to figure out a tribute tag, because I obviously I got 999, which isn't like, it's not like a crazy. I ain't crazy. I got in like a similar style to how Juice has his Abyss tattoo. It's got like the same type of like sketching type of thing. But for Mac, I don't know what I would get from him, because I want it to be like, because he really inspired me, man. Mac was such a great soul, bro. Mac was such a great soul. And like, makes me sad thinking about it, because honestly, I mean, I lost a couple family members, and I imagine like when the time comes and I lose the ones that I'm actually like close with, it's gonna hit, and that shit is just that's just life, you know. You're gonna lose people. It's just a natural progression of life. But shit sticks with you, man. Like, the pain doesn't hurt the same, but the pain still be like hidden, like, and you'll feel it. But look, this is just a little video just to like rant, just a vent, really. You know, we need vents. We need to be able to just release and I guess vulnerable, honest about, you know, what we're going through and what we're dealing with, and like how that shit's affecting the mind and, you know, the body and the soul, man. I've been talking about soul because that shit is real. That shit is real, man. That shit is real. And you have your thoughts, you have your feelings, your emotions, the things that your brain creates and that you create within your brain. And then, you know, obviously the way that affects those chemical reactions. But then you have that intrinsic gut, that intrinsic soul. Now, I don't know, maybe not everyone has a soul. Maybe not everyone is at that level of elevation yet. Maybe they'll go through a cycle and they'll get to that point. Or maybe they will never will. Maybe once they get to their heaven, their hell, that's when y'all will get your soul. That's when you'll be reconnected and ascended, and you'll find your place. Just yesterday, I was approached by Jehovah's Witnesses outside the cribbo. You know, Jehovah's Witnesses, and they be traveling, man. They be traveling. Go to the door, knock, 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 knock. You have time for the word of God. You know, I have time for reminders or some, you know, maybe they'll drop some gems, you know, maybe drop some jewels. No Satana. I said Satana. No Satana. I guess that's actually how you pronounce the name. Santana. Look, my life is relatively easy. I live in a suburbs. I live with a mom that loves me, cares for me. I have family that cares for me, loves me. I got a solid part-time job. I got a lot of potential skills. My mind is definitely ahead of a lot of people. But at the same time, when you're an overthinker, I know my overthinkers are gonna relate with this, but like, when you're an overthinker, man, yo, problems be stacking up. And the quote of, I don't remember who said the quote. It might be Marcus Aurelius, or it might be another philosopher, but how does the quote go? It's like, the problem, shit. It's like, I'm gonna butcher the quote, so feel free to look it up. Maybe feel free to, like, if you know the quote, comment down below to correct me, please. But the quote, like, very roughly, I'm butchering it, but your problems are bigger in your head than in reality. And when you think about the problem before reality, you're making the problem worse for yourself and for when you deal with it. And 9 times out of 10, the problem isn't going to be as bad as it is in your head. You're thinking about the worst case scenarios. You're thinking about any and every possibility that you can possibly think of, whether it be a big situation or just a small situation, whether it be a big interaction or a small interaction, whether it just be like you're going to the store and, like, on the way there, as you're walking, and you start having these thoughts. And there's gut instincts, and then, you know, you just have your overthinking. And that shit is not fun. But at the same time, I don't know if all overthinkers like this, but, like, if you're an overthinker and you're like, is there a part of you that enjoys getting lost in that thought? That escapism almost. Like, obviously you're overthinking about, like, another situation, but you can also overthink, like, a hypothetical or an alternate reality or something, you know, something different. You can get lost in that. Or just get lost in, like, someone could say the smallest things, man. Someone could say airbag. And from airbag, yo, your brain could take that so many different ways. And you can go there, you'll think about certain things, maybe you'll remember certain things, and it's just boom, 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 boom. But the way the brain gets affected in this day and age with everything that's going on, all the overstimulation, the drugs in multiple various forms, not just consumables, not just consumables, whether it be injected, what's the word for breathed in? Inhaled. I'm retarded. If it's injected, inhaled, absorbed. Is there another one? Injected, inhaled, absorbed, ingested. I think it's A, right? Is that right? Pretty sure that's it. Like the way the brain just has been like modified, like even just everything's been so modified, man. The food, our way of living, we're so disconnected, man, and this shit is sad. Like I realized this shit when I was young, and this shit has just hurt me ever since, man. Shit hurts me ever since. I just this is me bitching and complaining, so like feel free to like whatever, but I've always felt like I've been born at like the wrong time, wrong place or something, man. Like, something has always just felt off, and I've been trying to like find my place, and it's hard. Damn, like I know I have like talents and potentials and skills, things that I've like worked for, that I can go. I know I can be successful in anything I put my mind to. I truly 100%. I've always believed that. I've always believed that. I've always known that for a fact. Anything I get into, I know I can be successful. But then I have a problem of like, I only put 120% into things, or 100+% into things that I'm actually like interested in, things that actually like pique my curiosity. Now, granted, I'm interested in quite a lot of things, whether it be botany, archaeology, history, geography, water, space, astronomy, not astrology, astronomy, space travel, communications, psychology, philosophy, trade stuff, carpentry, creating things, music. Like we're all multifaceted people. And now, granted, like a lot of, I'm not saying I'm like super talented. I'm not up there in the top 100, top 100,000. 100,000 is a lot. I'm not saying I'm up there with like, you know, top percenters in all those capacities. And a lot of those I'm really just mediocre, whatever at the moment. Don't play with me. Sports, athletics, can't forget that. Wild shit. I want to do parkour and stuff. I want to experience life, but like, if you're in a similar spot compared to me, of like, you know what you are capable of, and you know your talents, your potentials, your skills, but you come from a place where either physically or mentally you were restrained or restricted in terms of progress, not in terms of like someone's actually holding you down to like prevent you from shit. Now that is a very likely cause, but I'm just talking about purely almost not superficial, but almost just let's say this is you and say this is the problem. Like it's not direct, but it's like there's a barrier here. You know what I mean? Just wow, man. It's a nice day outside though. It's been super hot the last couple days. Last few days. Apparently broke some world records for hottest days consecutively. I don't even know what I'm recording for, like what I'm really like chatting for. I don't want to make this too long because otherwise it'll be more drawn out. And this is already long enough, almost 15 minutes. I just want to share with, I guess, people that are watching and myself in the future, just to look back on and reflect, be like, hear the words that I'm saying, see where I'm at. There's a lot of work to do. There's a lot of work still left. You've come far. You made it past stages that you never imagined yourself making it past, man. And I really still can't imagine myself living long. I can't imagine myself living old and shit like that. At this point, I do want to like live a long, healthy life. I do want to live a long, healthy life. I don't want to be old like with a hunchback and disabilities. If I have disabilities, if I word to God, I don't believe in God like that. Word to my mom. Put it on my mom. If I ever get to a point of like stuck for the love, if I get to a point of like I can't move, I can't talk. No, I don't like if I'm mute or whatever. But like if I get to a point where I'm physically capable of doing shit, I'm a fucking vegetable, and I'm on life support. Take me out, nigga. Don't keep me here. Don't keep up hope. Get me the fuck out of here. If I'm in a coma, one thing. But if I'm mentally or physically incapable of doing the things I want to do, just take me out, bro. Just take me out. Just take me out. Just take me out. Like I want to be able to still enjoy aspects of life. If I can't go about living, what's the point? And that's crazy. Like going from a flip of wanting to actually die to wanting to live is crazy. Because now you gotta rebuild so many tendencies and habits that you've had that don't match up with that. And going from a whole fucking dark pit to a fucking to the opposite is a drastic fucking change. But one thing with me, man, I do shit in extreme. You can ask my mom would be like, yeah, he likes to make extreme decisions. I'm willing to make decisions that most people probably wouldn't be able to like make as quickly. But it comes to like that's what I'm saying, man. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know why I felt this way. I don't know about the visions I've had when I was younger and shit. But like, I saw different lives that I've never actually visually seen yet at that point. Memories that I do vaguely remember that I've never lived. I never lived, never seen in video games, never seen in movies, TV shows, shit like that. And they all have one thing in common. I'm not gonna speak about it. I'm not gonna go into great detail. But it is very interesting to see, to reflect on the journey. And reflection is a great thing. Reflect on where you've come, where you are now, and where you still want to be. Planning, visualization, imagining that version, you speaking about it in the present, not about the future, not being like, oh, I will be this person. This version of me in the future will be who I become. Like, yeah, you talk about that, but also speak about that future version, about it being in the present. If you want to be strong, if you want to be smart, if you want to be charismatic, whatever, don't be like, in 6 days I'll be that, in 37, in 2 years. Be like, I am charismatic, I am funny, I'm smart, I am amazing, I am beautiful now. Talk about it now. I'm rich now. That mindset will build. Your brain will start thinking about it. Your brain will create, not even just like the placebo. The placebo will be, I guess technically you could say, oh, the placebo effect will be there, whatever. It's all an illusion. It's all fake. Fake until you make it, man. It's fake until it's real, and once it's real, how long you can keep denying it for? Proof is there, man. It takes time, it takes consistency, and it takes real desire to get the results. You can't just want something. You gotta fucking yearn for it. You gotta crave it. Not these arbitrary fucking small things, these arbitrary things they put in front of you to distract us, to slow us down. Now don't look at me as like some, I mean, I doubt it, but don't look at me as like some altruistic version that speaking up. Like, I'm still struggling as is. I'm trying to figure shit out as I go. I've definitely gotten better, as we all do, as we age. And yeah, sure, I'm still young, but I should have realized a lot of this shit when I was younger. But at the same time, You go through things at your own pace, man. Don't rush things. Don't rush things. But you can speed up a process on a certain stuff. But always take your time. Make sure things are calculated. Make sure risks are calculated. Don't just take some stupid ass risks just for the sake of it. Don't do some dumb shit. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your youth. You're gonna make dumb decisions. You're gonna make mistakes. You might do some small things you might regret. But try to minimize that as much as possible. Minimize that as much as possible. Gango. Minimize that as much as possible. But look, 20 minutes does not really feel like 20 minutes. But this is me venting. On this journey, as I continue to post, I just hope that at some point somebody will watch my videos and that person or people will be able to take something positive out of it. That's all I want. I mean, despite me share negativity, which is something I've tried to always control when I was younger, I always avoided sharing that because I just didn't want to put that onto other people. Well, also depends on how you vocalize it, how you communicate it, and how you share it. But sharing negatives can lead to positives, man. A negative and negative equals a positive. Positive and positive equals a positive. I'm pretty sure. Positive, negative, that's an answer. But negative and negative make a positive. You know what I mean, man? You know what I mean? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Life is simple. It's simple. It's not complicated. This shit isn't super as complex as we make it out to be. We're humans. The times we live in, we overcomplicate things. Our mind, just how we've evolved, overcomplicates things. There's some simple-minded people out there. Love y'all. Shout out to y'all. But otherwise, to my overthinkers, my introverts, my depressed people out there, people struggling, my strugglers, we in this together. You in a situation that I can't comprehend, and vice versa. My mental is not like your mental. I'm not here to tell you how to feel, whatever. But there are people out there, if you feel alone, that can understand you. And sometimes it just takes time to find. But that time is hard. Because that when you feel alone, you feel isolated and you feel lonely. Not even alone, when you feel lonely. You can be around people, but you can feel lonely. When you feel that, it's hard, man. It's hard. But look, smile more. What is mental problems? That's all fake. It's all fake. It's all propaganda. It's all propaganda. God is the answer. God is the answer. Drug is the answer. Oh. Fucking man. That's always telling me people have answers, man. But the answer is inside of you. You know what you need to do. Fuck, nigga. You know what you need to do. It's gonna be hard. No one said it's gonna be easy. The life you want, if it's easy, go for it. But I don't know how long that shit gonna last, gang. But if you want true eternal success, internal success, look inside and you'll find the answers. And if you can't find a direct answer yet, read, search, listen, talk, ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Asking questions is what we've always done as humans. That's what scientists do. That's the whole point of living. Ask questions. Question everything in a positive light. Ask questions. Question everything in a positive light. In a comprehensive, understanding tone. Not like, you know what I mean? Not in bad. I'm not even an example or anything. I'm not even an example. Just say, question everything in a positive, open mindset, Don't be rigid. Stay flexible, mentally flexible. Stay mentally malleable. You don't want to get to a point and be like, okay, this is the time to stop growing. Like a fucking loser. Life is all about growing. Life is all about continued evolution. As humans, we continually evolve through generations and through time. Through experiences, we grow and evolve. Don't stop experiencing. Don't get to a point where you're like, oh, I know everything. Because, nigga, you don't. And if you do think like that, you're a loser. Fucking loser. Sorry, I just don't like arrogance. It's not cockiness. It's confidence. Word two, man. Word two. But look, Gango, stay safe. Stay dangerous. Get in touch with that demon. Get in touch with that angel inside of you. It's good to be capable to... What's the quote? Jordan Peterson? Oh, the monster. It's good to have control over the monster. Because at that point, you'll have strength. Something like that. That wasn't a quote that I actually heard. I just was trying to, like, say it in my understanding. I butchered that shit. But look, now, Jordan Peterson, be spitting facts. I don't know all of him, so I'm not here to endorse him. But at the same time, I've heard a good amount of things from him. And that man is wise. That man is wise. He's experienced. There's a lot of people out there that have a negative public image, but they be saying real shit sometimes. And then sometimes, obviously, people that have a certain image and they be saying shit that is way too abrasive, way too, like, they be mixing in truth with just some harsh shit. You don't need to be saying, like, some shit that just isn't accurate. But people have their own agenda. People are super fucking, I'm not gonna hear the label shit, but the label shit just so it's clearer, more conservative, more liberal, more red pill, more blue pill, I guess, more fucking, more, I mean, like, two extremes really, ultimately is what it comes down to. We're in times of extremities. We are in times of extremes. But I'm ranting as I was doing this entire video. Love you. Love yourself. If you don't, I'm gonna beat your ass.